I'm Danica with Snowflake, and on behalf of the Apache Polaris open source community, I'm excited to announce that version 1.3 has officially been released. As expected, there's a lot to be excited about. So let's dive in and see what changes you can expect to see in this latest version. First up, Polaris now has support for Apache Iceberg metrics reporting. For Polaris admins, this means that they can now more easily see critical Iceberg metrics within Polaris' own logs. To enable this functionality, set the Polaris service reporting logger level to info. It is disabled by default. In addition, you can take this functionality even further by implementing a custom reporter to send metrics to external systems for analysis and monitoring. Also in this release, users will find a new integration with Open Policy Agent to streamline policy management. This added support enables users to delegate authorization decisions to external policy decision points, making it easier for organizations to centralize policy management and implement more complex authorization rules. To get started with the Open Policy Agent integration, set Polaris authorization type to OPA within your Polaris configuration. Another set of impactful changes have been made to enhance catalog federation. In addition to new authentication types for credential vending and a new configuration to allow credential vending, users will also find brand new SIG-v4 authentication support, as well as location-based access restrictions that can be used to block credential vending for remote tables outside of allowed location lists. And an exciting new development for users is the general availability of generic tables, which were introduced in version 1.0. With those new features out of the way, it's time for some rapid-fire updates. Building on changes from version 1.2, where Polaris added support for S3-compatible storage that doesn't require STS, the Polaris CLI now has a no STS flag. Also, the requirements around S3 ARN were relaxed within Polaris, enabling it to connect to more non-AWS S3 storage appliances. Speaking of, a new integration with Apache Ozone has been added with a quick start for folks to use to get started with this storage provider. The Polaris Python client has been updated to accommodate running on Windows. A checksum has been added to the Helm deployment. This means that when the config map has changed, it will automatically restart. And client.region is no longer considered a credential property. This was updated to align with changes that were made to the Iceberg REST Catalog API. To round out this release, we have a few breaking changes that users should be aware of. First up, the Eclipse Link persistence implementation has been completely removed in this release. The default request ID header name has been updated from Polaris request ID to X request ID. Support for AWS Key Management Service on a per catalog level basis has been added to Polaris. The community is currently working on per table level support work. And in version 1.2, you learned that the legacy management endpoints at metrics and health check had been marked deprecated. In this release, those legacy endpoints have officially been removed, and you should now use the standard management endpoints at QMetrics and QHealth. And with that, Polaris 1.3 is in the books, the final Polaris release of 2025. Personally, it's been exciting to me to see all of the work that the Polaris community has done over the course of this year, and I can't wait to see what's in store for 2026. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, try version 1.3, let us know what you think, and get ready for another great year for Polaris. See you next time.